my philosophy, and I'm curious, Kavi, what your opinion on this, but I'm the contractor as opposed to a potential employee. So it behooves me to make the first offer. It's how I look at it. So I generally offer all of my clients a term sheet, and I sign it, and then I have them sign it back. And it's quasi legally binding, but the idea is that like they take me seriously.
Do you have that worked out? Sorry to interrupt. You have that worked out, and have you had that run by a lawyer before you ever present it to the client?
No, these I don't. It's a document that I created on my own, and it goes over. I define some terms. Again, these are probably more important for me as a hospital. You work in the hospital as well, Kavi. But how do we define a work day? How do we define call? How do we define a work week? And it depends on the client's needs, but I often incentivize them to keep me for a week or at least a full set of weekdays, as opposed to just one individual day. But if they need that, I structure it that way in case they just need me for a Monday. It's usually not very rewarding for either party, but I want to make sure we have that defined. So work day, work week, call, I define these terms. And then go into the rates, talk about cancellation, termination, which I think are two different, termination and rescheduling, I think are two different things. Termination's meaning we're going to end our relationship, and scheduling is, hey, we no longer need you, but we don't want to end the agreement, or you can't make it, but we don't want to end the agreement. So those are two different terms, the way that I approach it. I talk about travel costs, reimbursements, reimbursable expenses, licensing, and
malpractice.
Yeah, perfect. And then I sign at the bottom, and I usually leave a line for them to sign. And that I think it lets them know that this ain't your first rodeo.
Right.
And it gives them something that either they can take to an attorney to hammer out into a formal contract, or I think once I did it myself, but most of the time they have legal counsel that can hammer that with language that they're used to putting into their standard contracts.
Understood. And you have only done hospital-based work.
That's correct. I haven't done OBL work, which I for those who are just listening, I'm bowing towards Kavi because I think it's fascinating what he's doing from the OBL space, and I really do hope that we get to talking about, what would it take for someone like me to come into your field? And I'm happy to talk about what it would take for someone to come into my, type of interventional radiology. And of course, Kavi and I are separated by a number of years of experience. I'm, less experienced than him, which I think plays a big deal.